Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the government giving away 2,000 acres of land. It's going to be part of the Harmony Cove project, and this land is prime real estate. It's beachfront property, 2,000 acres where they would build hotels with another company. So everybody can remember that deal with China Harbor Engineering Company, where the government at the time gave Czech 1,200 acres of land beside Highway 2000. It created a lot of discussion. A lot of investigations were done. Everything came out okay, and it turns out, well, it brought Czech to Jamaica. And Czech has been the #1 contractor in Jamaica ever since they came. Now, this deal for the 2,000 acres. Now, back in 2004, the government of the day, which was the PNP, announced that they were going to be doing a project with Tavistock, investment company out of the Bahamas, to build hotels. The original amount was 7.5 billion to build hotels in Trelawny at Harmony Cove. There would be several luxury hotels, world-class golf course designed by Tiger Woods, luxury spa, marina facilities, commercial developments, private residences. It was a US billion-dollar project. In 2006, an MOU was signed between the government of Jamaica and Tavistock. Now, that agreement was the government would put in 50%. They would form a company called, the project would be between two companies. Harmonization Limited, which would own 50%, and that is what the government of Jamaica would put into the project. And another company called Nexus Luxury Collection, which would own 50%, which would represent Tavistock's share. Because remember, Tavistock is an investment firm, but I guess the hotel arm would be the Nexus Luxury Group. So the project was 50% government of Jamaica, 50% Tavistock. Now the government of Jamaica, in putting up their 50%, would give 2,000 acres of land to the project. So that is how the government's 50% would come in. And then Tavistock said they would do an IPO, initial public offering, to raise the money to build, to basically the Tavistock's 50% would be to finance the project. So the government puts up the land, and there were other things the government would give them, like a tax incentive, other things, but the financing would come from Tavistock. So that's how the 2,000 acres of land comes into play. The government would, as their 50% investment in the project, give 2,000 acres of land. Now, the entire project is going to be 2,300 acres, but the government would put up 2,000 acres. The government has earmarked 2,000 acres of land for the project, and when contributed, this would constitute the major share of the government's contribution by way of Harmonization Limited. This investment will be duly accounted for at the time of the capitalization of the revised project, and Harmonization will receive shares having a comparable value. Global private investors will fund a major share of the overall project, it added. So, the government of Jamaica, through Harmonization Limited, would put in the 2,000 acres of land as their 50% contribution. And the financing of the project would come from global private investors through the IPO. So that is how this project would be done. So guys, what do you think about the government putting in the 2,000 acres? Now remember, this original agreement was first discussed in 2004 and they signed the MOU in 2006. It's now 2024 and the project has not started yet. So what do you think about the government putting in 2,000 acres of land? Do you think they should still go through with this project? Or do you think it should change? Now, a lot has happened in Jamaica since 2004. Remember now, 2004, it was a different government in power and Jamaica was a different place. Jamaica is in a much different financial position now. Jamaica has, the amount of hotels being built in Jamaica today, we have to ask ourselves this question. Do we need this project now at this point? We need a project and we want the project because it's helping tourism. But the way that this project is, basically with the government putting up 2,000 acres of land, should they go that route or should the project be financed or structured a different way? So guys, let us know what you think. Leave your comments in the section below. Alright guys, have a good day.